Hello, my name is Omar. I wanted to point out some important facts that triggered my mind during the presidential inauguration. President Obama mentioned that we're in the midst of crises, the economy is badly weakened, risk takers, doers, makers of things, some celebrate it, but more often men and women obscure in their labor who have carried us up a long rugged path towards prosperity and freedom. Today we need to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and begin work of remaking America. I think that's important because he didn't say I. It's not I. There's no I in we. We're in this together. As far as the job market, I think it's embarrassing. For example, ConocoPhillips is going to cut 1,300 jobs, 4% of work of his workforce. Circuit City is going to liquidate 500 stores. 40,000 people found that they were going to be unemployed with Circuit City. GE Capital cut 7,000 to 11,000 jobs. California can't even pay its employees. They have a $42 billion deficit. It's embarrassing. California can't pay its bills, and they can't pay its contractors. You can get all this information, by the way, if you go to www.msnbc.com. You will find that the economy is weighing heavily on the minds of the country Obama is set to lead. 57% of people who took a survey, they said that they were in the worst financial predicament that they've ever been in their whole entire life. 57%. That's over half of people in the United States. One thing I think is important to ask yourself as you begin to listen to this clip is your job paying you what you're worth? No one should be able to tell you what you are worth. Yes, we can change. I'm a firm believer of that statement. And I think that takes a lot of desire and willpower, though, because a person that is convinced against their will is of the same will. I'm sure you've heard that statement before. The bottom line, and don't take this the wrong way, I don't mean to scare anyone. The job market is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. People need to invest in themselves to ensure financial security for themselves and their loved ones. You can't get what you deserve out of life by exchanging hours for dollars. I think it's important to emphasize this because a lot of people weren't really prepared. Fortunately for me, I invested less than $200 in the fastest growing industry in the world, Traverse China. Okay, let me elaborate with you on that so you can have an understanding. I said yes, we can. So I'm here to help if I can, any way I can, to help us get out of this. As I mentioned, there's no I in team. So yes, we can. Traverse Travel China will be the first internationally advertised travel company throughout 5 continents and the first travel agency opening into the China community. 5CTV is carried in all 50 U.S. states, the top 25 markets, with total subscribers with excess of 15 million viewers. Those who are on board prior to this momentum hits are in the million-dollar seats of the largest travel company in U.S. history. The citizens of China alone booking travel through a Western company for the first time is phenomenal and will make us the most profitable travel company globally. 5CTV, which stands for 5 Continents Television, acts as a cultural bridge, bringing the world to China and China to the world. I'm not sure if you guys understand that and you can really grasp that. Because for one, China is the largest country in the world, producing a millionaire per week. That's big. Billy Campbell, who is the lead visionary for the #1 income producing television station of all times called the Discovery Channel, and Susan Pettis, CEO and president of China Clicks 2 International Consulting, have collaborated to engineer this dynamic launch. After reading this, I want you all to understand that positioning and timing is very important in everything you do. I'm not going to read on, but understand that positioning and timing is very important in what you do. And since I've been with this great company, Traverse, I've already received my return of investment, in addition to receiving multiple streams of income without requiring my direct involvement. Now, I wanted to point out that because it's also important to realize that you can't get what you deserve out of life by exchanging your time and talent for an income, working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. And I would like to share this information with people who have desire and willpower. I can be reached at oldglorioustravel@yahoo.com. You can also view my website at oldglorioustravel.com. And for those who want to give me a call, I can be reached at 856-397-0056. Yes, we can. Yes, we will. We can change. United we stand, divided we fall.